Mm, mm. Alright. So I was just gonna make a small video, but then I realized the most videos I was gonna make all kind of tied together, and I'm fucking lazy and don't know how to work shit. So I figured I just do the fucking live, and then if I miss anything, that's what the fucking videos will be about. I do the follow up shit. Fuck, I got TBI, so sometimes I be forgetting shit, like all my other fucking shit. I be just babbling and shit. But I supposed to be talking about trigger warning before I start taking fucking shots. I was watching Corey Holcomb, wonderful fucking comedian. I was listening to his fucking live show on YouTube. Obviously, I'm on fucking YouTube. And he was saying, bitches ain't shit, which he always said. But he was saying it like in a real way, even though he was joking because he's a fucking comedian. He still was being fucking dead ass serious and shit. So he was saying like, yo, women are evil. Obviously, not talking about all women, but he was saying women are evil. And then the example he gave kind of worked its way into what he was trying to say. So basically, some women are evil. I don't even, or a lot of women were evil is what he might say. A lot as in, the number of motherfuckers, not the actual ratio. Obviously, this motherfucker know everybody in the whole fucking world, so obviously he don't mean that shit. And what was discussed was the same shit that I saw in other videos, which I sent to my cousin and discussed a little bit of it with her via text. So we ain't had no real big in-depth conversation via text. It's just a couple texts here and there shot across and call it a fucking day. So he was discussing how some people, his co-host, was in a relationship for a long time with Ice T. She broke up with him, or I think he broke up with her when he found out that she cheated on him. She cheated on him with LL Cool J after she found out that he had a baby on her fucking side. So she was just doing some tit for tat for fucking revenge. But guys get butthurt about shit like that. And he was saying how you don't think that he think that you're fucking evil. Like, so you telling me that no guy think that you are fucking evil? And she was saying no, because how she view evil is like, like killing somebody, harming like kids, shit like that. And he was just saying evil as in, immoral, not good. But if you think about it honestly, that's the first thing women think about and shit. Or maybe not the first, but one of the higher up there, like in the top three, is cheating on them and shit. Like they act like that's the end of the fucking world and shit. Which he was saying, like, hey, look, we married, we got a kid together, so you just gonna throw all of that shit away because I cheated on you. So if you saying cheating on you is not an evil thing, that don't make you evil, then why the fuck did you leave me and break up the family for cheating on you? So obviously it is a big thing. And what I'm saying is it's evil. That's what y'all say all the fucking time. Don't say it's not now or some apples and oranges kind of shit. Now, that's a whole debate about if it's technically evil because a lot of women don't view it as evil. They view it as bad, but not evil until they do it or happen to them. But anyway, um, the whole point he was making is like that's just some cruddy shit. That's some evil ass shit. Only because an example that he was giving was not only you got the wrong motherfucker paying child support, and you only doing this shit just to cash out on this dummy to get some child support, but also you fucking a kid life up. They life is starting off on shaky ass motherfucking ground. That's not a stable fucking foundation to start off with. So how the fuck you gonna build a house on that shit? It's doomed for failure off the muscle. And he didn't talk about this shit, but I had literally just seen the video like not too long before I caught the live. The video was I forgot who the fourth motherfucker is. I keep forgetting. But the video talked about Kurt Franklin and shit, the gospel singer. He found out that this guy was his father and he thought his father died. He buried the man who he thought was his fucking father. And then they brought that to his mother in her. I, they might have been in church. Like the way it looked, the background, they might have been in fucking church. But she said out her own fucking mouth. He said, look, we did two tests, not one, two tests. He's like 99.999% that he's my father. And she still straight ass face. Um, I don't believe that test. So you just don't believe shit. You don't believe in reality no more at that point in time. But at least like this is your fucking son. He's pleading with you, yo. You already fucked his life up already. At least at this point, let the lie stop and move forward and be like, yo, my bad. Whoops or some shit. I thought his pullout game was stronger. But god damn, just blatantly lie in this man fucking face. And this Kurt Franklin, the gospel singer. I'm like, god damn. You lying to Kurt Franklin? I mean, that shit. You Kurt Franklin mother, but shit, you Kurt Franklin a gospel singer. Like you up there and shit, yo, technically speaking. Like not saying you're apostle, but that's how motherfuckers look at it because you're a gospel singer. So you well known for your faith. She doing this shit to fucking you. And she's still doing it. You probably still lying to his ass right now. I'm like, God damn, yo. That's some diabolical shit. And that's what Corey Hawkins was saying about evil. Because that's some diabolical ass shit. But it happens all the fucking time, yo. Like I personally know motherfuckers in my real life that went through that shit like that. So it's not like, oh, excuse me. Not like this is a fairy tale premise. And motherfuckers just making that goofy ass shit up. No, this is real. Like Kurt, they just put obviously celebrities on that so people can relate to the celebrities and people know these celebrities more. Hopefully, they can't just put oh my neighbor Steve and shit. Nobody know who the fuck Steve is, nor do they give a fuck. Fuck Steve. I don't even give a fuck about Steve, and I just made his ass up. So that's why they use fucking celebrities. The other celebrity that they talked about was what's his name? Tupac, which obviously a lot more motherfuckers know about Tupac. Talk about Tupac ass and shit. R.I.P. Best rapper alive. Tupac buried his fucking father, just like Kurt Franklin buried his father. So he thought. And as a matter of fact, he even rapped about it on the Dead Mama song. passed away and I didn't cry because of anger, wouldn't let me care for a stranger. Passed away and I didn't cry because of anger, wouldn't let me care for a stranger. All alone looking for a father, but he was gone. That was one of his lyrics, or one of the lines in the lyrics. Had no love for the coward because the coward wasn't there. Called that man a fucking coward and got animosity, got anger. I ain't gonna say anger, but I'll say animosity because I don't know him. He might have had fucking anger, but I don't know. But that's fucking built up animosity for a motherfucker that you think is your father. You shunning him. Even on his deathbed, you shunning him to the point where you talking shit about him after he died already. Like, fuck that motherfucker. Just to find out years later, he wasn't in your fucking father. And he did do what the fuck he was supposed to do. Not be in your fucking life. Because why would he? He's a fucking stranger to you. Like, he not fucking related to you. Now that's fucking heartless. And Tupac met his father. Why did he even meet his father? Because when he got shot out in New York, when he got shot out in New York, then he had to get the fuck out the hospital because he didn't trust them motherfuckers in the hospital. You know, the white folks in the hospital. So when he got the fuck out of there, he stayed at Jasmine Guy's house. Jasmine Guy, the light skinned one from the goddamn show. I forgot the goddamn show. That fucking fast. Different world and shit. Different world. The portrait of an HBCU and shit. One of the top shows and shit. Shit was like a Cosby spinoff. One of the top shows at the time. Oh, oh, oh. And Jada Pickett was on that show. Just throwing that out there because I'm from Baltimore too. But yeah, Tupac and shit. Just throwing that out there because he not from Baltimore. He lived here though. But yeah, stayed at Jasmine Guy house. While at Jasmine Guy house, damn near just got shot the fuck up, so could possibly be on your deathbed. The father finds out where he is, and he finally goes and sees him for the first time in his whole fucking life. And I don't think that was the first time he fucking got shot either. Nor was that the first time he was on his fucking deathbed. You pick now to go see him. And I'm sure he had anger in his heart and animosity in his heart for him. But he just like, what the fuck? Because as soon as he saw him, he knew that was his father. As soon as he saw that, like, just that feeling, like, the man I thought was my father, I'm holding animosity for, is dead. And then here this dude come claim to be my father, and he looked just fucking like me, yo. Just fucking like a little bit lighter. But other than that, he looked just fucking like, huh. So because of that, obviously, that's why he had animosity for his mother and shit around that fucking time. And I think he had animosity for his mother because she knew And the only way he know, or I don't want to say no because I don't fucking know what he know. But the only way he would think that she knew was because he found his ass. And how the fuck he gonna just find this motherfucker? Like how? What he just knew in his heart? Oh, I think that might be my son. Why? Why would he have that feeling? He would have had to know something, and whatever he fucking knew, and let's say he knew some shit and just figured this shit out on his fucking own. That mean as a fucking woman with fucking women intuition, that mean you knew this shit and you figured this shit out on your own as well. So you would have fucking known just as much as his ass would have fucking known. So at any point in time when you would have fucking figured that shit the fuck out, you should have told Pop ASAP, like, look, son, this is what the fuck it is. This man is your pappy. But, she didn't do that. And that's when the animosity came in. But at the same time, that's kind of hard. All the shit she was going through. But it is what it is. It might be hard, but it's hard, but it's fair. That's your son. Anybody you should not lie to and keep everything 100 and funky with. It should be your fucking seeds. And that would have been a perfect time and example to go ahead and do that shit. And she didn't. The other person that they used as an example was Lavelle Crawford, the comedian, the fat comedian, that slimmed down. I ain't gonna say he's skinny, but he slimmed down and shit, yo. His little fat skinny ass. His mother did the same thing, lied to his ass. I don't know if the guy who he thought was his father died, but I know that she lied to his ass for a long ass time, and he just found out not that long ago after he was already grown that she fucking lied. You raised by a single mother, so the only parent you have is her. The person that you probably love the most in the whole fucking world is her, especially because these are black males. So most males, no matter what you are, because race is not even real, but no matter what you are, most males love their mothers. Most females love their fathers. Daddy's little girls. They love the dad because the dad is overprotective of the woman. We love the mother because that's where we get that feminine energy from to balance out our fucking life and shit like that. So dudes be mama boys and shit like that. That's where the fucking phrase come from. You ain't never heard of no mamas and girls. You don't hear shit like that. You hear about daddy's girls. You never hear daddy's boys. You don't hear that kind of shit. Even though it'll be a splitting image of your father, be his little mini me and shit. They never had that fucking title. So here's the person more than anybody in the whole fucking world. I don't like saying person. That's a legal term. Here's the individual more than anybody in the whole fucking world that I love the most, and then I just find out that she been fucking lying to me my whole fucking life. The person that I love the most, the person that I trust the most, and that's why I love you because I trust you. to protect me and protect my heart and feelings and all of that other goofy ass shit. And this what the fuck you do? This the repayment you give me for being loyal to you and trusting and loving you? Is a fucking lie to me? Like what the fuck? That gotta be a hurting ass fucking feeling, yo. That gotta be a hurting ass fucking feeling. And it happened to a lot of motherfuckers, yo. A lot of motherfuckers. Which I don't like. I mean, the whole child support system is kind of a fraud ass system. It ain't really designed to do much help, but it is what it is. But the fact that you're gonna go ahead and hit people on child support, lock motherfuckers up for not paying and shit like that, you all kind of wild ass, ignorant ass shit. Like it just boggles the mind sometimes. But yeah, people can do what they want to do. But all right. So that was some light shit. All right, let's get into the trigger warning shit for real. For real. This week, start taking real shots because I'm just prefacing the shit, telling you how Corey Holcomb said women ain't shit and women are evil. Not saying all, but because he's a fucking comedian, he being funny, he being I ain't gonna say ambiguous. What's the other big SAT word? He's being facetious. Facetious. Can't even say that shit. I don't even have a fucking list like that, but my fucking list come out of nowhere. How you big ass SAT words, you gotta bite your motherfucking tongue and shit, yo. Bite your motherfucking lip. Your bottom lip just suck in out of nowhere. Suck in your mouth out of nowhere. You say I use big words and shit you're not used to using. Your mouth don't know how to move and shit correctly. Don't know how to say that shit. It don't matter what the big word is and shit. Your mouth is not, your lips not used to that shit. Like what the fuck is that? How do I move to say that shit? Whole time it be like a 4 letter word and shit. But your brain don't know how to compute. So you can't even get that shit out. But anyway, he a comedian, he was just being facetious. But at the end of the day, he wasn't. He was telling his truth. Just, trying to put a humorous side to it. And the thing is, he's a fucking comedian. So all he had to do is tell his raw truth and then giggle a little bit after. And now people will just assume it's a joke and he ain't fucking joking. Which is how a lot of comedians are. A lot of comedians be telling the truth. Obviously, it's their version of the truth because it all be POV, that perspective and point of view. But still, it be most of that shit be 100 or at least 95. That shit be real close. It's like gas and shit. 87, 91, 93, 89. It be up there percentage wise. If it ain't 100, it's fucking shit. It's still unleaded. 93 premium. Now, now in the real shit, I have a lot of females in my lifetime that I had bumped into, and I had this story with, and the story that I have had with a lot of the females that I have bumped into in my lifetime is I normally ask mostly all of them from the time I was like, I don't know. I forgot. I actually forgot the year. I think like what 15, 17, maybe even 19. But from that time, I started asking every female that I had encounters, encounter. I had encounters with casual encounters, casual acquaintances. Has anything ever happened to you? And most of them, sadly, will tell me yes. Now I'm from Baltimore City, but I lived and I stayed a lot of different places. I ain't gonna say I lived a lot different, but I stayed a lot of different places. But majority of it was Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Those surrounding areas, majority of the time. But shit, bruh, I done been out of the state a couple times, man. When I was out the country, that shit don't really apply because I wasn't really knowing too much shit out of the country. But when I was out of the fucking state, those same shit apply, yo. And it be females that I don't have encounters with, but because I'm so open and I got like I'm a protector, so I gotta protect the vibe and shit. Like you feel my energy and shit, yo. Especially if I stare at your ass without fucking blinking and shit. You like, oh, you you get on guard, like, oh, this motherfucker one of them. Then you realize, oh, he on my side. Okay, you drop your guard down quickly because you know, all right, the same way I had my guard up, he got his shit up tenfold, but he's on my side, so I could lower my guard because I know his shit up so high. I feel comfortable around him because he looked like he ready to jump out the fucking porch real fast, like he ready to jump out the window. So I feel comfortable and I feel protected around him, and because of that, they open up, and I let them open up. I make them. I ain't gonna say I make them open up, but I let them. I invite them to open up so we can have these discussions, so we can get down to the nitty gritty. Because I like to heal. If you're a woman and I can heal you in any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it. I feel like fuck it. Why the fuck are we on this earth if we not here to make the world better? So if I have an encounter with you and like just a regular encounter, we doing a heart to heart. I want to make your life better. I want to impart some kind of wisdom and have some kind of healing so I can make your life better. Cause you just made my life. You made my life better by talking with you, by getting this off your chest, getting this out, by starting the healing process. That heals me because that's one more victory under my belt. And I love that kind of shit. I wish it didn't have to happen to you, but since it did, and there's nothing I can do about that, I can't go in the past and rewind tape. I can't do that. So from right here, what I can do right here, right now, is to show you that everybody is not that individual. Nope. Some people are real motherfuckers and are not like that individual. And I pride myself on being that, being a real motherfucker. Not only a real motherfucker, but especially nothing like this bitch ass motherfucker that you want to tell me the story about. So that's why I do that. Even with, like I said, people from out of state, people that I haven't had relations with either. And that's why they open up to me. Man. People have opened up to me, man. Sadly, people have opened up to me. Man, now the part that I wanted to hold on, let me preface some more of that before I go into the main topic. So it used to be 85%. Now I think it went down a little bit more. I guess as I got older, I guess possibly. Now I think it's about 75%, which is still high as fuck. So 75% of the females that I had some kind of encounter with, and a lot of the females, because I didn't count the percentage of the females that I haven't had relations with, but a lot of the females who I haven't had relations with, because I spoke with and I be around a lot of females. So I can't do a number thing with that because shit, I don't know how many thousands of females I've been around. And so I'm not going to keep a running tally of what bad stuff has happened to every single one of them. I think I do have a good memory bank of s- the people who have expressed it to me. I think I did try to remember as many of them as I possibly could, but I don't have a tally of who they are to say, yeah, shit. 30 motherfuckers told me some shit happened. And I'm like, no, cause that's not even a good look. Nor is that something that you want to even have a running tally of anyway. But it's a high, high number. So with it being such a high number, that's when I, at a younger age, started looking at the men or males that I hung around. Because if 85% of the females that, I'm playing footsies with are telling me that something happened to them, I look at 85% of the guys who I'm hanging around. Are these perpetrators? It obviously can't be the same motherfucker over and over and over again. So it has to be other perpetrators out here. Are you motherfuckers these same people that they talking about? So because of that, I remove myself away from a lot of guys and shit. I don't fuck with too many of them because I can't trust you. And if I can't trust you, that's one of the biggest things in my life. If I can't trust you, I don't fuck with you. If I can't trust you, I don't fuck with you. If I don't fuck with you, you gotta get the fuck away from me, cause I will do damage to you, for real. Like I'm big on family, so I can't have somebody around me that I don't trust. Cause 9 out of 10, I want to be around fucking family, and I bring you around my family. That's gonna hurt my heart, and it's gonna definitely hurt your heart, cause that shit gonna stop beating. But it's gonna hurt my heart because I brung this poison into the well and had my family members drink out of it. I did that. I'll feel bad about doing that. On top of the fact of a family member of mine got hurt. So that would be a lot of foolishness that I would have to live with. You wouldn't have to live with it because you'll be out of that. But I would have to live with it. And I wouldn't like that. So I can't bring people around my family that I don't trust. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Let me just cut a lot of you motherfuckers off. I don't need you around me or my family because I don't trust you. I just cut a lot of dudes off from that point in time. And the other ones that I'm cool with, I keep. Yeah, I still be cool with motherfuckers, but y'all get into a certain circle. Y'all don't go past that circle. It's a barrier. You don't go past that barrier. So you might be an associate, but I don't consider you a friend. I consider my friends family. And if you're a friend of mine, you pretty much family to me because you're gonna be around my family. Cause that's how I keep my family close. You're gonna be around family. Cause that's all I be around is family. That's how you can tell who's a friend and who's an associate. If you're an associate of mine, you will never be around my fucking family, yo. I can't have you around my fucking family, yo. Cause if you do something dumb, yo, all the hard work that I done put into my life, like shit, I got 2 college degrees. Technically, I was trying to get 3, but I got 2 college degree and a minor. So the work I put in to get that shit, I just pissed that away. Cause now I just did something to you that may cost me my freedom. So I make wise decisions to just, hey, look, let me not have you get too close to me, bruh. You associate and you cool. We might even go to the club together. And I don't even like the fucking club. You might sit around play some spades together and shit, yo. Play tunk for money. But eat some food and break bread together. Cool, wonderful. But if I be like, yo, I gotta go, yo, I gotta help my people move, or I gotta go, my people having a cookout, you not invited to that cookout, bruh. I can't have you around my aunts there. I can't have you around my fucking aunts and shit, yo. Imagine you get drunk and grab one of my aunts or one of my cousins' butts or some shit like that, yo. That ain't hurt her. It ain't hurt me. But it's damn sure gonna hurt you real, real bad. Like maybe even permanently. Not maybe. It will be permanent. Definitely will be fucking permanent. Now where's our friendship at? So to avoid all of those pitfalls, I don't have a lot of guys around me. Or if you do, like I said, you are an associate and you never get close enough to me in order to be close enough to my family. That'll never fucking happen. now, 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 the trigger warning. Now the other part, all of that shit I just fucking mumbled on was just the preface, the trigger warning, in which technically this will be the number one. This trigger warning number one. A lot of females, you talk about the mothers here. A lot of these fucking mothers are what's I try to think of the try to think of the movie, but I can't remember the fucking movie and shit. I think or I ain't gonna say I think I know for a fact. I know for a fact one of the movies is the movie Beloved. But I cannot think about what the other movie was. A lot of let me preface this again. Because I spoke with a lot of females on this exact topic, a lot of females might hear what I'm saying and think that I'm discussing your topic. No, not at all, yo. I don't. I'm from Baltimore, but I'm from the hood. I know not to fucking snitch. This ain't the fucking first 48, yo. I don't want no fucking water. I'm good. I don't smoke. I don't need you to give me no fucking food and shit, yo. Don't give me a Pepsi and fucking hot dog. I don't need none of that goofy ass shit. So I know about keeping my mouth tight. So no homo. I know about shutting the fuck up. So I'm not discussing anybody shit that they discuss with me. That is a vault that's locked shut, welded. There is no key. So I'm not discussing anybody's life story at all. So you can forget that shit. Your nigga gotta call me and be like, yo, what the fuck? You here right now? I'm not doing that shit. However, I am discussing some real shit. So some of it might seem close and might apply to different people. Don't get butthurt by it. It's just the reality of reality. It has nothing to do with you. So the main trigger one that I wanted to get into. A lot of these fucking mothers and shit. I don't want to seem like I'm bashing females because I talked about what Corey Holcomb stated, and then I talked about the different females that lied to their sons about who the father was. So I don't want you to think, oh, this is a woman bashing thing right now. I'm just fucking keeping shit 100, yo. We have to face reality. If I tell you the fucking stove is fucking hot and burning, I'm telling you that to save your fucking life. Move your hand off of the iron. Get your hand out of the fucking fire. Don't say, oh, he's being a stove phobia. He's being a stove hater. No, I'm not being a stove hater. I'm just telling you, I'm trying to show you love to tell you, get your hand out the fucking fire. It's hot. It will burn you. That's what I'm doing right now. So obviously, not all women, let alone mothers, because look at mine, yo. She's fucking wonderful, yo. She's the best thing on this fucking earth, bar none. And that includes the fucking earth. And I have a lot of other examples, mostly family members, but also a lot of examples of people who are not family members, who are wonderful, wonderful fucking mothers. So definitely not bashing mothers and shit. I don't even know when Mother's Day is because I don't celebrate none of these goofy ass, racist ass holidays that white people make up. But yeah, I just want to say a lot of mothers set their children up for the fuckery and foolishness to go down. And I was trying to think what movie it was. I think it was Beloved, and I think some other movies as well, where the mother set the daughter up for the father or for the stepfather. They keep him knowing that's what he doing and he doing wrong. Do they let that child be a sacrificial lamb in order to keep the father happy, which is fucking sick. It don't always be the father. It sometimes be just male figures, uncles, cousins, brothers, whatever the fuck. And it don't always be males. I ain't shitting on males, but a high rate of the time of what I'm talking about is males, where it'll be a female to set the male up to go ahead and go with the fuckery. Because best believe a lot of females do the same shit, but that normally be on the individual level. Like Charlemagne the God, he talked about his encounter with an older woman and shit like that. That happens a lot, but that's normally on an individual level. What I'm talking about is when normally a female, most of the time your mother or mother figure sets up the child as a sacrificial lamb for whatever that male is to do whatever they they're doing to the child. Now, not saying they set them up all the time, because sometimes they just don't set it up. They just ignore it, which is just as bad. I ain't gonna say it's worse because I don't think there's no levels to that shit. I think all of that shit is just fucked up. They all need to be dead. But all of that shit is just fucked up. So it really is no levels to that shit. So if you know that shit going down and you ignore that shit, what they say, sometimes silence is a acquiescence, and I forgot the phrase that Dr. Martin Luther King used about silence as well. But he's a great orator and shit. I'm sure he had wonderful phrases about that shit, more than one. Even though he did plagiarize a lot of stuff too, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so a lot of mothers do that. So now we have mothers who have lied to their children about who the father is, which is bad enough, and it has ripple effects. And if they doing that to the foundation, and they doing that to the child, and lying to the child, best believe they not doing that out of love to protect and honor the child, because that's how they started. It only gets worse from there. Best believe they lying to your ass like a motherfucker and mistreating your ass like a motherfucker. If you don't respect somebody, in order to love somebody, you have to respect them. Not saying it goes hand in hand, but it's encompassed. If love is a fucking food basket, respect is in that goddamn basket. It has to be. It has to be one of the main dishes in that fucking basket. If it's not, then you can't love somebody. So when people say dumbass shit like, "Oh, I love my wife, but I keep cheating on her. I can't help it." Well, no, you can help it. You don't love her enough to not. So I'm, I'm sure you have some kind of love for her. That's what, but the love you have for her is so small that, once again, you have to have respect in that basket that you call love. You have respect for her as well. But that fucking respect is so goddamn fucking small, it didn't stop your monkey ass from cheating on her. But you claim that you love her so fucking much. So now we know. Now that the rubber met the road, we know that you don't love her as much as you say you do. Because your actions are not speaking that way. So it's the same way. You got a fucking child and you lied to him and shit. You motherfucking lied to him about Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Jesus. You keep lying to him about all this other goofy shit. Of course you're gonna lie to him about who his fucking father is, or who his fucking mother is. Now we know. All right, well, you don't you don't love this child as much as you claim you do, because the respect level will be there. And if you don't respect and love this child enough, that's when the fuckery comes in. That's when you do shit like set your child up as a sacrificial lamb to keep a uncle or a cousin out of jail, or a brother, or not a brother, that would be a son, a son out of jail, or to keep the family together, the family structure. Because if you snitch on your uncle, now now people don't want to fuck with him, or people might not want to fuck with you. Now the family got rift in it. Or if your husband doing some fuck shit, you want to keep your husband and shit. You don't want to split from your husband and shit. So that your child has gotten that sacrificial lamb and shit. Those kind of incidents happen all the fucking time, yo. So that's a real bad part where the perpetrator is your own family on both sides of the coin. Because all the time, if you talk to somebody, you ask. Sometimes it might only be, only a friend know. I only told a friend about it. Nobody else knows. You hear that some of the time. But some other time you will hear, or my mother knows. She knew before I told her, which means she already knew and she never stopped it. And then when you told her, then it still didn't stop. Or then when you told her, it stopped, but nothing came from that as far as he not dying, he not going to jail, something not happening to a body part, and that shit get thrown in the woods or set on fire or some shit like that. That kind of shit don't happen. And it's like, well, or hey, even the point of, oh, I told my mother and she was said she gonna take care of, but she never told my father. But that's like the number one person you go to, everybody love their mother. But the mother might not return the same love that you have for her, the same way. She might have love for you, just not at the same rate that you have. Your cup or your bucket might run it over after like gallon 57. Her shit might run over at like ounce number 3 or ounce number 4. That might be all the love she might have, which which is also true because a lot of the times these victims are inherited where something might happen to the mother or the aunt, even the male figures. But I'm just discussing the female figures because that's the best point of view that I know of. I know both sides of the story, but I don't want to talk about those stories. So I can only talk about my personal perspective, which is from a male point of view. So that's why I'm getting into this way. But best believe the shoe on other foot at a high ass clip too. But yeah, so you let the mother know. The mother says she'll take care of it. But the reality is, or she might even just tell you as, no, 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 you lying. That didn't happen. Don't you lie on your father or your brother or your uncle or your stepbrother or your step uncle or your stepfather. Don't you lie on him again and will completely deny the shit right in your fucking face. And you know this motherfucker know the truth because you literally just told them. And they swear you down. That's not what the fuck happened. Like they was there, motherfucker. You was there. You lived through that trauma. You know what the fuck happened. But they had they had they don't have to, but they're protecting the other person. So they blatantly lie in your face and tell you to believe the fucking lie. When they do shit like that, a lot of times they were former victims. Sometimes they could be perpetrators or former perpetrators. But most of the time, it really be they are victims and they can't face what happened to them those years ago, decades ago. They never face that. They block it out and they ignore it. So because they block it out and ignore it, now when it happens again, now they tell you for you to block it out and ignore it as well. um, Another story was the guy from that '70s show, the Scientologist motherfucker. I can't remember his fucking name. With a white boy, Masterson. I just don't remember his fucking first name. I know his last name, like Master. The lady told her story, and she worked for a film crew. I think she, I think she worked on a film crew that was shooting a movie at the same time he was shooting his movie, and both movies kind of ended around the same time. So they had a closeout party and invited cast cast from both parties to attend. I'm cast from both movies to attend this party, and I think they were dropping names of who was there, like at the party, like what's the black dude name? Morris Chestnut. I'm trying to remember what the fuck name of the movie was. I think it was like Mission to Mars or some shit like that. But it was the fucking space movie that Morris Chestnut was in. I do believe it was that shit. So he was there and a couple other motherfuckers. I just know Morris Chestnut because I'm black and shit like him too. And you know, I know the black names and shit. I don't know the white names and shit. Yo. I don't know the motherfuckers. Like Dion Cole said, we don't be knowing these motherfucking names and shit. We don't, yo. That's the real shit. I don't know none of these motherfucking names, and he named them, but I don't remember that shit. But anyway, long story short, the lady had her fucking husband and her two teenage stepdaughters at the party with her. So that's four people. And it wasn't like she came alone. I don't know what the fuck she was in that shit, yo. She could have been a fucking makeup artist or some shit. I don't know what part she played in the fucking movie. But she wasn't an actress. She was just, like a help. I just don't know what fucking help she was. But at the party, she said that she was sitting there, I think like playing poker or some shit like that. And this dude, Masterson, offered her a fucking drink and shit. She drunk it. She wasn't paying no mind. And she felt safe because everybody was around, including her husband and her two fucking teenage stepdaughters. So she took the drink, she drunk it, she played poker a little bit more. She said that she got woozy. She tried to get up and like walk to the bathroom or some shit like that. Something saying the story a little wrong, but like she tried to walk to the bathroom. She couldn't do it. She sat back down. His girlfriend at the time had flipped the fuck out, and she was like wondering like why she's flipping out. But like she realized later why she flipped out. But, All she know is she was like kind of woozy. I think either she was woozy when she went to the bathroom with assistance from him, or she was woozy at the table and kind of passed out or whatever. But she noticed she was in a room because she kind of woke up in between or some shit like that, and she remember being in a room, but it was just her and him. She remember that vaguely, and she know for a fact when she woke up. She remember exactly when she woke up, and she remember that part. The in between stuff, she don't know exactly. She thinks she might have woke up and saw it was just her in a room with him, but that's very vague. And she's sure that she had some kind of drug. She was drugged and had some kind of chemicals in her system. But she said when she left out the room, I can't remember if she said that he was still in there when she woke up or she saw him leave. But she said that when she left out that room, and I think she left out that room hurting from the front and the back, I do believe. But when she left out that room, she said the second she opened up the door to leave out the room, her stepdaughter, that was still underage at the time, I do believe she was 15 or 16, literally came out the the exact room right across the hall at the very same time when she was coming out. And they both looked the same exact way. They both looked like they just got ran through. And they probably did get ran through. Now, the daughter is underage, so she could have easily just got drunk off of a fucking wine cooler. She might not have been drugged. But the whole point is the fact that she looked so disheveled, some hanky panky probably was going down. Which, like I said, even if you make the excuse, she probably wasn't drugged. She probably just had a weak liver because she's so young. Or hey, she might not have had a weak liver. She might not have been drinking or drugged at all. But she definitely looked like she just got fucked. If that's what she's thinking, which is exactly what she's thinking, because she know what the fuck she just got. She still can feel what happened to her, even though she had drugs in her system and that shit is wearing off. She can still feel the reality of what happened to her. This girl is her teenage stepdaughter, so she's not over 18. I don't know. I can't remember the exact state she was in to recall what would be or is the age of consent in that fucking state, but you definitely not getting consent from the father. And if this is the mother, she is definitely not giving you consent before and definitely not after what the fuck happened to her. So you don't have consent from neither one of the parents. And it better be one of them real ass backward states that allow a teenager at that young to give you consent. Cause she, like I said, 14 or 15. Most places that it is 16. She said when she came out the door, her stepdaughter was coming out the other door right across the hall from her. They said they walked in a hallway, you know, towards each other. They turned up and went to that room like nothing fucking happened. And they never discussed it ever again. She was discussing it there at the moment because she was doing like an interview. But she was saying she never discussed it with that girl. So basically, she never faced her trauma. And because she never faced her trauma, she never faced that girl's trauma and help her get through whatever the fuck she was supposed to get gotten through. Now, again, that's your stepmother, and she can't protect you because she couldn't protect herself. But some part of it will have to be, hey, I get it, baby girl. I'm sorry that happened to you. But now you had to put on that mother goose hat and be a good stepmother to your child and get her counseling. At least face her reality, even if you aren't ready to face your own reality. So that was a fucked up time where she was silent, and that silence is acquisition. You can't be silent with that kind of fucking trauma. You gotta face that shit head on. But what I said earlier about other parents kind of just being pimps to their children, just use them as sacrificial lambs and shit to keep the family together. If you want to keep that family together, knowing what you know, and it's like, what the fuck? And the thing is, a lot of people do that, especially mothers. And the thing is like, yo, if you know that, and then the child, they be so traumatized that when they get older, now they are a mother, and their mother is now a grandmother. But now they both are silent because they both are traumatized. That they both leading their daughter or their granddaughter to the slaughterhouse. Like you know this ain't right, and you didn't stop. You didn't stand up and stop it. How many generations is it gonna go on? Like you talk about generational curses, those be generational curses, but they are not generational curses. They not a curse. This is what's happening. This is trauma. This is not a curse. You can stop it right now. It's not like you need a spell and you need some random uh tea leaf or branch from some forbidden tree that you never heard of. You don't need none of that to make no potion. It's not a spell. It's not a real curse that you need witchcraft to stop. It is simply trauma that you need to face head on. And the second you face it head on, you stop it, and then you can heal from it. Then you can make sure it don't happen ever fucking again in anybody lifetime going forward. Raise real men. Raise real women. So this shit don't fucking happen. And that's the reality. All you can do is protect your fucking house. I'm from Baltimore, so shout out to unarmed. But protect your motherfucking house. If you protect your house, it opens the door for other people to come in and be a part of your house. Now that they have that training, now they can take it home to their house. Now they can unleash the shackles in their house. and so forth and so on. It's like wildflower, wildfire, not wildflower. It's like a wildfire. Shout out to Wildflower though. I love that song. That reminds me of my mother's song. It's one of my mother anthems. Wildflower. But yeah, that's sick. That's some real diabolical, tormented shit right there. But it can be stopped if you stop it. But yeah, that's my number one trigger warning, y'all. When stuff happens to anybody, male or female, but nah, I take it back. I was about to say but females, but it happens to majority of guys. That that was the other thing I forgot to preface before I started this trigger warning. I think I did mention it. I just didn't go over it as I should have went over it. When I was younger and I asked the females that I had, relations with, and a good 85% of them told me something has happened. When I got older from there, let's say like a year later or 2 years later, I found out that the men have a higher ratio, black men have a higher ratio than the women of something like that happening to them. So I'm like, well, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from the hood, but uh, most people out the county too. But if the number for females that I have talked to is 85%, that means the dudes that I hang around, and a lot more of them are real bad compared to the females that I hang around. So if the dudes and a lot of them are real bad, then that number for them, which is supposed to be higher, has to be at like 90%. That means 90% of the dudes that I'm cool with, something happened to them. And most of the time, these victims become perpetrators. So if something happened to them and he's a victim, soon to be perpetrator, I don't need to be hanging with these motherfuckers. And that's what I said earlier, but I don't need to be hanging with these motherfuckers because I hang around mad family. I can't have these cats around my fucking family, because I had to get rid of all 9 lives if that was the case for all these cats. So that's why now I think the realities of that ratio being so high is because a lot of males have a lot of different things like summer camp, Boy Scout. I do believe it's a higher ratio of Boy Scouts than Girl Scouts. That's not a fact. I don't know. That's just my fucking opinion. Strong opinion. I do believe there are more Boy Scouts than Girl Scouts. Also, they also had male camping trips and summer camps and shit like that. All kind of all male camps, as well as a lot of fucking religions, especially like Catholic priests and all of that kind of shit. A lot of those are mostly males that happen to, and that's the joke that they say. In a white church, you gotta worry about them doing something with your son. In a black church, you gotta worry about them doing something with your daughter. That's the joke, but it's really not a joke because when they talk, but even with the black church, the thing about with your daughter is they mean just with your daughter. Period. They're not saying that she's going to be underage. She could be of age because most of the time they say don't leave your wife in that church too long talking to that slick tongue preacher. It normally they say protect your wife, but if you have a child, protect her if she's of a certain age, because they don't the 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 reason for that is the rationale for that is most black preachers ain't going after kids. They going after the adults. They womanizers, but they not pedos. Versus in white churches, especially like the Catholic priests and the lawsuits and all of that kind of shit. They're going after little boys, sons. That's the joke. In a white church, watch your sons. In a black church, watch your daughters. There are there are a lot of mixed things that have happened on both ends. Some church, I forgot what state it was. I think it might have been Oregon or something. The woman came up there with her husband in front of the church and came out and told the truth about this priest. And I think this was like the day before the day of him trying to retire from the church. And they cut his ass off and laid his ass out in front of the whole fucking church. But then once they, was done and they walked out, people still in the church talking about, we love you, Pastor. We're here to support you. How you gonna support him? He's a perpetrator, not the victim. Don't talk to him like he a victim. He's a perpetrator. You don't support shit, support her. She's the victim. She's the one who had this shit done to her at a young age. Not him. He don't need no fucking support. He need jail time. And you also have the other side of it where you have black churches going at the boys like Eddie Long. Don't even know if I want to say R.I.P. because what the fuck he did. But Eddie Long, he went at the boys. I think most of them were teenagers, but the whole point is he went at the males, showing you how it can bleed over in black churches and white churches. Those are two prime examples. So you just had to protect everybody all the time. You really can't let your guard down damn near anywhere. Not even in your own fucking house, around your own fucking people. You can't trust friends or family because they the ones that are close to you, family, and they the ones that do the fuck shit. You can't trust nobody, and you can't have an atmosphere, and that's what's the problem. A lot of females let that shit go, and they turn a blind eye, and it don't matter what the reason is. Even if the reason is I was a victim before too. I get that. And I'm sorry that happened to you. But you're not a victim now. You need to stand on business and do the fuck you supposed to do, especially if you're a mother. You could be a female relative like an aunt, cousin. You still need to stand on business too. Nobody gets the green light on either side of this fucking coin. Everybody has to stand on fucking business. You can't be around. I can't be around anybody. Period. Fuck friends. Fuck family. I can't be around anybody with fuck shit like that is going on. And it's not like, oh, I'm gonna remove myself. I don't gotta remove shit. That's first of all. I'm not removing shit. You need to remove yourself, or you need to make it very clear to me that's what the fuck is going on. Cause I'm not gonna remove myself from a fucking fucked up situation. I don't have to run scared. I'm not the motherfucking here. This is a perpetrator or a victim. So I don't have to do anything. You, on the other hand, you need to feel uncomfortable. You never want to have an atmosphere where somebody like that feels comfortable. And what they always say, real recognize real, birds of a feather flock together. You have to come in there with that motherfucking energy to let they ass know shit ain't going down around me. And when you come with that kind of shit, most motherfuckers will bitch up because they know you not with the fuck shit. They will disappear and they will flock to somebody that's more like them because birds of a feather flock together. They know, oh, he with the shits, but he not with that shit. Let me get the fuck out of here and get somewhere where it's safe. I think everybody don't fuck that family secret shit. Fuck a family secret. You're a family. You shouldn't even be keeping secrets. That defeat the whole fucking purpose of being a fucking family. Why as a family would you keep secrets? That's crazy. That's literally insane. You should never be keeping secrets as a fucking family. Hell no. So it should be no such thing as a family secret. If you have someone in your family, you need to call them the fuck out. If anybody that want to take their side and ride with them, fuck them too. You need to ride on their ass too. Cause either you a part of this shit or you ain't a part of this shit. So if you with the shit, fuck you too. You not just as bad, but you real close. You real motherfucking close. Now on the other hand, if you're not with that shit, then you should be on my motherfucking side. And it should be way easier calling these bitch ass motherfuckers out and making them stand on business. But when it's all said and done, stand on your own. Fuck if you don't get a backup, if you don't get no pom poms or you got no background dancers singing with you, you gotta ride this shit solo. You gotta ride a cappella. Fuck that shit. Stand on business and shit, yo. The stage is yours. Stand on business. That's how I carry shit. I ain't with the fuck shit. And that's with everything. Even if it was like, let's say it was domestic violence, which is, that's another trigger warning. We'll get that another time. But just using that as an example. If I notice that shit, I'm not comfortable. If you was at my house and you grabbed your wife's wrist and shit, we're gonna talk about this shit in the car. Bro, I'm not letting her go to the car with you, yo. Not until we got this shit resolved. And once we got this shit resolved, that means it is resolved permanently. Because if it's not resolved permanently, you can't run from me. You can't run from me and move away and think I'm gonna disappear. No, no, I'm like Candyman out this bitch, bruh. I'm like Freddy Krueger out this bitch, bruh. I will reappear at your front door or your window. You can't run from me, yo. I'm a motherfucking nightmare on Elm Street. You can't run from me. And why you can't run from me? Because you involved me in your fucking life. You involved me in this fuck shit. You should not have involved me in this fuck shit. And the reason why you involved me in this fuck shit is because you must have thought I was a fuck ass dude and you thought I was gonna let some fuck shit like that slide because you didn't control yourself in front of me to hide that shit. So the second you broke the armor and you let a little chick in your armor uh break through, and I could see, oh, you a fuck dude and you doing some fuck shit, I'ma call you on your bullshit. Cause that's the kind of individual that I am. We can all be ourselves. We can't be anybody else. And that's just who the fuck I am. If you're a bitch ass motherfucker and you a woman beater and you doing shit with children, okay, cool. But the second I see or realize that shit, I don't play them games. And I don't bite my fucking tongue. Why do I have to bite my fucking tongue? That shit hurt. That's shit that cowards have to do. I'm not a fucking coward. I have no reason to bite my tongue. To avoid conflict, I want all the fucking smoke. I got asthma, bruh. I don't need no smoke. So because I have asthma, and the second I see smoke, I'ma start I'ma start fanning because I need to get all of that smoke out of the head. I need it to get the fuck away from me. So as soon as even see a whisper of smoke, I'm on that ass. And that's how everybody has to be. Everybody don't have to be like me and be tough with it and in your face. But the reality is that's what you have to do with bullies. So you do have to be tough with it and in their face. Just the fact that you're giving them that kind of energy, you probably won't have to stand on it and fight nobody on some shit like that because you're not a fighter. So guess what? I'm not a fighter. I'm a call the police. You can say that right in their fucking face and start dialing 911 on speaker. What what are they gonna say when 911 gets there? I made them hang up because what? They called 911 because they were scared. They called 911 because they felt like you were doing something with kids or you were hitting your wife or something. Now is your opportunity to explain how you wasn't doing that. So now the police have a record of it. So that's even worse. So if you're not tough and you are a coward, guess what? You don't gotta fight nobody. You can call a fucking army to show up at your fucking door. It's not like, oh, I'm tough, I could fight. It's gonna be really gonna be 1 on 2, cause whoever, if it's a guy smacking his wife, 9 out of 10 she gonna ride with the husband, and so it's gonna be 1 on 2. So that's playing it tough. So if you are a coward, cool. I don't have to be tough, physically tough. I had to be tough with that energy and show you ain't gonna let that bullshit won't slide around me. But soon as you flex like that, and any kind of smoke come your way, call the police, bitch up, call the police. That's all. Especially if you black, cause they gonna come in shooting everybody anyway. So you don't gotta worry about that. Soon as you call the police, you good. Let them know that, hey, that's him right there. I'm the one that called y'all. Shit, hide in the bathroom if you got to. Fuck it. 'Cause when you call the fucking police and you are black, oh my god, you are calling. That's another trigger warning. But you are calling guns, like Dr. Richie said on Indisputable channel on YouTube. When you call the police, you are calling guns to the scene of the crime. So if you really are a coward and you really can't fight and you need to call backup, just know you are calling guns to the scene of that crime. And they might be aimed at you as soon as they get there if you are black. So you might want to just go ahead and stay on the phone until they arrive. I would not let that dispatcher go because the police will pull up and shoot you, and you are the victim. You are the one that called them. But yeah, trigger warning, don't let none of it slide. There are a lot of evil females out here, male, I'll say male, female authority figures, be it either the mother or the aunt or the cousin that will finesse you and pimp you out and make you the victim, or will willingly know what's going on and willingly shut the fuck up and not tell anybody. So that's not, it might break your heart that you like, yo, I told my mother, I told my aunt, and she swore me down that that's not what happened. And she told me don't tell nobody. And it's the main person that I love. This is my confidant. But when I told them, it stopped. But then it started up 2 months ago. Stuff like that. A lot of these women are not good human beings. And you might think it's your fault. It's not your fault that she's not a good mother or she's not a good human being. She was never going to be a good person in general, a good individual human being in general. So the second she became a mother, for whatever reason she became a mother for, it was not for the love of you. So you can't be hurt by it. You just have to survive it and learn from it so that you don't pass down those same traumas. 'Cause, oh man, it happens. It happens so much. Trust me, you would not believe the amount of times this happens. Just the color purple, the mother wasn't in the story. So nobody knows if she was already dead or not. Nobody knows. Maybe she got married off and she left. Maybe she got kicked out. However, that's what he was doing to his daughter, and he tried to with the other daughter. And I do believe on like Beloved, it was the same situation where the mother set her daughter up for the fuckery. And there's plenty of other movies that detail that shit as well, and other books. I believe the same shit might have happened with Dr. Maya Angelou, R.I.P. Dr. Maya Angelou. I think the same thing might have happened with her. I think when she got older, she became a madam, and she was also a prostitute. But that's why I believe she had the same trauma where either her mother or a family member passed her off, and then the other family member, which I think was a female, didn't help. Like she coordinated in the fuckery. It didn't help, and that's not good business. So that bullshit that you see at the airport and on buses and shit, when you see something, say something. Fuck, fuck that shit because in this country, it don't even be like terrorist attacks like that. It don't be bomb threats left on buses and shit like that. It don't even be no shit like that. Even the fucking the shit all started from 9/11. Guess what? When 9/11 happened, a motherfucker didn't leave a bomb on a plane. They didn't leave a bomb on a bus. So that's not even what the fuck happened. But yet they got all these goofy signs and shit like that and recordings saying if you see something, say something. Like people really be leaving they fucking bomb. I mean, they really be leaving they book bag on a bus, and that's really a bomb. That don't happen in this country. But instead of using that money for that false advertisements, you should probably use that shit on mental health and let females and males and young adults and children know if you see something, say something and keep saying that shit. Say that shit to every fucking body. Don't stop saying that shit until you get fucking results. Don't fucking tell one person, tell every fucking body. That way, when they all get together, they all heard the same fucking story, the same fucking time, over and over again. They keep hearing the same story from your ass. So when they get you together and they huddle up and like, oh, you lying. So you telling me that I lied and I told all of y'all the same fucking story? And that's a lie. Okay. What if I'm not lying? What then? So younger kids, that's what you should be saying. Younger and older adults, that's what you should be telling your kids and shit, telling your friends. When you see something, say something and keep saying that shit. Keep saying that shit. And if they get you together and they tell you, hey, why are you making up these lies? Stand on that shit. I know it's pressure and a lot of people fold because that's how we are designed to mentally. That's how we're designed to fold. Don't fold. Just ask them one simple question. Don't react to that energy because now you're going chest to chest with them. It might be 10 of them against you. You're one person to 10 of them. Their force is going to blow you away. So don't go at them head to head. You have to be like Bruce Lee said, R.I.P. to Bruce Lee. You have to be like water. You gotta just flow. Go in between the cracks. They came at you that way. Cool. I'm gonna come at you like this. They come at you head up. You lying. Stop lying. Stand your ground. I'm not lying. However, I don't want to go back and forth with you about my life. The only question I have to ask you is, what if I'm not lying? What are you going to do then? Are you going to just ignore it and you're going to live with the fact that you are now guilty because you told me to forget about it when it actually happened? What is your responsibility? What if I'm not lying? That's all you have to ask them. What if I'm not lying? And let them go ahead and say whatever goofy ass thing they gonna say. Well, if you're not lying, then I would do this and I would do that. Okay, well let's do that then. Well, let's go ahead and do that. If you don't believe me and shit, however you want to keep me safe, don't have me around this motherfucker ever again. How about that? Let's start there. Don't have any of my siblings around this motherfucker ever again. How about that? Let's start there. Just in case. just in case I'm not lying. And as a matter of fact, if you are a real person, you wouldn't have your kids around this individual just in case I'm not lying. 'Cause I'm telling you, man, shit get heavy. Shit definitely get heavy. That's why it's a trigger warning, because shit definitely get heavy. And all the individuals that I have talked to, all of y'all shit is safe for me is a motherfucking vault. However, this is real life. So I'm just saying real life shit. I'm not saying anybody's story. Anybody's story. I'm just letting y'all know scenarios that are happening today in real life because it has already happened to multiple people. And most of the shit that I'm giving you, most of these scenarios are from movies or books, or they are from real life, but they're not from the lives of any individuals that I have spoken with because I'm not giving those details because I don't even want the story that I say to even mirror the story that told me. Because now it's like, oh, dang, you dry snitching. Nah, not at all, brother or sister. Not at all, sister. These stories are all familiar because they all do the same sick shit. However, again, it's a vault with me. So don't worry, don't get offended. I'll even go a step farther and say I apologize for anything I may have said to hurt you. I don't want you to be hurt by anything I have said. My intention and my actions are not to hurt anyone. However, I'm only apologizing because I don't want hurt to fall upon anybody. But I'm not apologizing for the actions because no action have I taken. No action have I taken. I took the incorrect action. None of the actions I've taken have been incorrect. I'm only speaking about general shit. Nobody real life shit. Even if these stories sound close, they're not. I'm not talking about nobody real life shit. The game is to be sold, not told. And I ain't fucking telling. Oh, I say you a dream, but I ain't fucking telling. But yeah, man. We need trigger warning. Trigger warning about 'cause I prefaced it, so that probably be part two. The trigger warning about custody and child support and lying about the kids. Cause that happens. Shit, it happened in my family. All of these topics ain't like these topics ain't fucking close to home. I would not even be talking about this shit if it wasn't close to home. I don't want to clean up nobody else's fucking house. Fuck they house. I don't live there. I ain't never been there. Fuck their house. I'm talking about cleaning up my house and somebody close to me in case I go over their house. I don't want if you close to me and I go over your house and your house got fleas and bed bugs, that affects me directly because I came into your house. So all the houses in my vicinity, I want to be clean. It's the same way here. Um, if I help somebody from far away, cool, wonderful. By all means, put that energy out there so it can come back tenfold. But I'm worried about my house, as in my circle, and grow from there. I don't wanna make sure the world is not starving. But then I got family members in my own family starving. I wanna start with them, at least the people I can see, so I can see the effect I'm having on their life. No, it's an effect. No, I think it's affect. I forgot which one is which. But the effect I'm having on their life, I can see that in real time. I got a family member starving. I feed them. Here, take. We got more than enough. Take these chicken wings to go. We be alright. I'm doing that for a family member versus doing that for a stranger. Wonderful that I help a stranger, but I don't know this fucking stranger. This might be the same stranger that I just got finished talking about that I don't like. I don't want to put money in your pocket. You might be one of these same people I don't like that I want to do damage to. So I can't do damage to you by turning around helping you. Versus family, I know y'all. I want to help y'all. So hey, your charity is not being wasted. Help charity with your own damn family. You know them. Look out for them. Uh, I got a cousin that asked for $5. Your cousin asked for $5 and you don't want to give it to him, but then you got a perfect stranger that you giving 100 to, or you donated 500 to a church. You don't know that fucking church or the church members. You know the fucking pastor got fucking bins. He'd be all right. You really want to give money for him to fill his tank up, but you got family members that's starving right now. Feed yes. How the phrase go? Charity starts at home. So yeah, charity starts at home. Clean up your own house, and then start teaming up with other houses and work outward. But it's a lot of wild shit going on. We need to protect these kids. We need to protect these women, especially black melanated women. El Haj Malik El Shabazz said black women are the most unprotected, unneglected women on the face of the fucking earth. That has always been a true statement. That never stopped being a true statement. From the time he said it to right now, it has never stopped being a true statement. So by all means, we need to protect them. There are some who are foul, like I mentioned earlier, but we need to protect them. If they had a place of safety, if this felt like a safe haven, shout out to Haven. If this felt like a safe haven, this felt like a safety net, they will come around. My own sister, I'm a protector. I'm, I protect people who are around me. They feel that shit. They feel that energy. That's why some people, a lot of different people, open up to me. However, my own sister doesn't feel that way, which hurt me to my core. But it is what it is. I can't do nothing about that other than try my best to do that. But when it's all said and done, everybody not for everybody. I want to protect my family more than anything. Fuck the outside world. I don't give a fuck about them. Leave them to their own devices. However, that's the reality though. The reality is I can't be her Superman. Hopefully, there's a me out there that can be her Superman for her, since I can't. And because I can't, or we aren't. I don't even wanna say I can't, but we are not each other's Superman. Then guess what? I can be Superman for somebody else's sister. That way, her brother hopefully can be his Superman for my sister. I'm trying to basically pay it forward. So that's why I had that energy because I just naturally that way. But like I said, family come first. But hey, here go a family member right here, and out her own mouth, out the mouth of babes and shit. I don't feel protected. You have never made me feel protected. Shit. Okay. I wouldn't say nothing to you because you don't foster that atmosphere for me to say nothing to you. I'm like, well, fuck. What the fuck? Kind of fucking energy you think I'm giving out this bitch, yo? Like, motherfucker, I'm crazy, yo. Which I am crazy, but like, I'm crazy because I'm different and I think different. But on the tip of being crazy, I'm crazy for the people that I love and that love me. So if you in my circle, which is mostly family, if you in that family circle, I'm gonna protect you with my last fucking breath. And I got asthma. So I'm gonna protect you way past that. Cause I don't have to breathe. Cause I don't be breathing often. Like really I don't be because my asthma is that bad. I don't be breathing often. I think the ratio of me breathing is like at like 40% of what I really supposed to be getting in based on like my peak flow and shit. Got a peak flow like a 13-year-old little white girl. So I won't protect you to my last breath. I'll protect you well past that. Cause I don't like that shit. And I don't like nobody that's even like that. If you like that around me, you won't be no more. I'ma dead that shit. Literally, I'ma dead that shit real quick. I don't play them fucking games. But my sister doesn't feel that way. Hopefully, there's another brother out there. And to my knowledge, there's one, but he's not as close. I think she need more. So hopefully the other guys that I'm cool with, they can be that. And their sons can be that too. And then we'll pass it forward. The more I got your back, cool. Now I just need you to do me one favor. I got your back. I got your wife back. I got your daughter's back. I got your son's back. I even got your mother and your favorite nephew and niece. I got dad back. I need you to have the back of my sister or my mother or my father, shit like that, or my favorite aunts slash godmothers or my favorite aunts. Period. I need you to have their back. You have their back. I got your back. And you know my word is bond. And you know I go on. Yeah, I jump out the window with my shit. So that's how you pass it forward. With hey, sometimes you gotta do what the fuck you got. But oh man, trigger warning and shit, yeah. Hope nobody felt no kind of way, yo, by the random shots and shit. And if you did feel some kind of way from the random shots, Maybe you are the motherfucker that's supposed to get shot, and that's why you feel some kind of way because it was a shot straight to the heart. And that's why you felt that shit. If you one of them, fuck you. If it's somebody that I'm cool with, or it's shit, even if somebody I'm not cool with, I don't even know your ass. However, you got hit with a stray from the words that I was saying, and you felt some kind of way. I apologize, King. I apologize, Queen. I want to make sure that you love an atmosphere and you feel protected. But I had to let it be known. The truth, everything in the truth is the light. The truth is the light. So everything is truth gonna come to the light because the truth is the light. So I'm just shining more light. I'm just more light is on the world. It's on these issues. Guess what? There's no more place for that shit to fucking hide. That's why a positive externality is when you cut on street lights. When you have street lights, now the block becomes safer. More street lights there are, the lower the crime rate is. Because now people can see who's doing what. Nobody can get in an accident because all the street lights are wrong. But now also nobody can do no fuck shit because all the street lights are on. We can see exactly who you are and where you ran off to. You can't hide. You will be found. So yeah. Speak your truth. Keep speaking it. Don't stop speaking it. Anybody make you feel bad about speaking your truth, you just let them know. You just ask them one fucking question. Hey, what if I'm not lying? What are you going to do? Don't tell me what I need to do. What are you going to do? Because you telling me shit like you the voice of reason. So if you are the voice of reason, you tell me what are you going to do as the voice of reason? You're the only one with a sound mind out this bitch. So you tell me what the fuck is up. You tell me what the fuck going on, yo. Cause obviously I can't make my mind up, yo. I gotta follow your fucking directions. I ain't smart enough to follow my own directions. So since you so goddamn smart, you tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do. You need to stop talking about your uncle that way, your cousin that way, your brother that way. You need to stop doing. Okay, let me ask you a question. What if I'm not lying though? What if I'm not? You quick to protect him, but you're not protecting me. And the last thing I'm gonna do is go back and forth with you about my protection. The last thing I'm gonna do is go back and forth with you about my life. If you don't believe my life, that's cool. But I was there, you wasn't. I've been living in my skin 100% of the time. You have never lived in my skin for 1 second. So when I speak my life, that's it. It's not an option. I wasn't asking you for your input because I don't care about your input on my life. But since you want to fight and say, hey, whatever you want to say, my only question is, hey, what if I'm not lying? What are you going to do then to protect me if I'm not lying? A lot of people don't say shit. They don't really have nothing to say because if you're not lying, they don't want to face that reality. So they'll just keep lying to themselves, and then they'll keep lying to you and pushing that shit on you, and tell you you're a liar. Don't let them do that. Don't be a victim more than once. Stop and stand on whatever you need to stand on. If you're a child, you gotta close your eyes and just stand on it, and then you gotta tell everybody. However, somebody will be a hero for you. You don't have to be a hero. Somebody will figure it out and be a hero for you. You just have to keep shining that flashlight like fucking Batman and shit. Batman got the motherfucking light and shit. They shine and shit. So Batman know when to come be the fucking hero. You gotta do the same shit. You keep shining that fucking light and telling the fucking truth. Eventually, somebody will be the motherfucking hero and come through. And guess what? You shine so much and you keep telling your truth. You'll realize that you are the hero. You grew into those Batman shoes. You became the person that you wanted to see in the world. Like how the saying go. Be the light that you want to see in the world. You became that fucking light. You became the motherfucking the poem. The poem is by Marion Williamson, I believe is her name. It's called A Return to Love is the name of the book. But the poem, this excerpt in the book, I forgot the name of it. But if you look up Marion Williamson, A Return to Love, you'll find the poem because Nelson Mandela said it. I think at one of his speeches when he became president. But yeah, keep shining your light, keep telling the truth, keep standing on business, and eventually people will ride with you. Especially in this world, this the world where everybody has a camera and everybody want to be a fucking what you call that? Everybody want to be a motherfucking superhero and shit. Everybody think they're a TV personality. Everybody going live like my monkey ass. I'm going live right now. So people like to go live. So guess what? Go live and tell your fucking story. And the last thing you want to do is be quiet. When they tell you to be quiet, don't keep telling your fucking story and shit. Oh, oh, that's just so and so. Don't nobody in the family like her because she be lying. Well, what she be lying about? So the only thing that she lied about is one lie for 50 fucking years. Maybe she not fucking lying. Just maybe. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but my only question is, what if she's not? What if she is not lying? It's a whole lot of females out here, and when I say a whole lot, I'm talking about the numbers, not the ratio. It might be a small ratio, but it's still a high number. More than one is too fucking many to begin with, but it is definitely way more than the fucking one. Of females who lie on guys and say that they did something to them, and those guys get time. That is not that is not a fucking law. You can lie on a guy and make him pay child support, knowing damn well he's not the fucking father. You can lie on him and make him sign that birth certificate, so now he's legally liable to keep paying child support, even though you know damn well he's not the father. Yet there's no law and there's no penalty against a woman for that. There's also no penalty for lying on a guy and saying that he did something to you and he get locked up for 20 years because what's that? You know, gotta be politically correct on YouTube. The R word is a life sentence, 20 years sentence. That's a life sentence, 20 years. It's not a natural life sentence where you have to spend your whole life until you die in jail. It's not that, but it's a life sentence, which is 20 years or 25 years. Is the what is a life sentence is normally 20 to 25 years. It's not that. Most charges carry a life sentence on just one. You can do it one time and you can be sentenced to jail for life off of just one time. And one time can be one time it happened. It can happen 3 times in the same day by the same individual. That's 3 different charges. Let alone if it happened over a period of time. Lord knows how many charges that could be. And each one of them carries a life sentence. So they can be in jail for a very long time. But guess what? They didn't do nothing. You lied on them. But now they looking at 50 years in jail. And when they go to jail and people find out that's they charge, a lot of them cats don't make it. Like for real, they don't make it. People in jail that are real lifers and they never getting out. Guess what they don't like? They in jail for the rest of their life. They gotta take their hang out on somebody. So they gonna find a victim. And guess who they number one victim is? Y'all. That's why they gotta keep y'all separated from everybody else. Cause they attack y'all. That's how Larry Davis died. Trying to protect one of them goofies. I think he got paid to protect one of them goofies. And the dude is in there was a lifer, yo. He was trying to get at him. Larry Davis want to be tough Tony. He got in the way. R.I.P. to him. I don't even know how you want to say R.I.P. to him. Kill black people too. But yeah, man. And if you're a female and you lied on a guy that's facing those kind of charges and that kind of drastic life change, and then the law doesn't give you any kind of recourse to the point where like she don't go to jail, sometimes they don't even have to get the money back. Sometimes you gotta fight just to fight her to get the money back that she done already spent up living a lavish life. And when they get out of jail and they sue, they gotta sue the state to get the money back. They don't even sue the girl that lied on them. That's how what's his name? Brian Banks, the football player, used to play for the Falcons. That's what happened to him. He got out of jail. He recorded the girl lying. It was like, yo, I mean, I could come forward and tell them, the whole thing was lies and I made it up. But I'm just concerned that I don't have to get the money back. This man done did like 20 years in jail, or I think 9 years in jail, and he asking you, yo, I need your help to help clear my name. Not that I'm gonna get 9 years out of you because you're gonna pay back in blood. He didn't say that. He just said, I need your help to help clear my name. Since you lied on me, it made me serve time in jail. And your only response is, well, I know, but I don't want to have to give the money back. Give the money back, shorty. Don't worry about the wrong fucking shit at the wrong motherfucking time, yo. Just be happy I ain't trying to take your fucking head off and go back to jail. Cause I'm looking at the same damn time. Different crime, but same time. So shit. That's how women are diabolical, yo. Which is crazy because the other side of that, when you can lie on a man about that and he go to jail for life with damn near no evidence, it don't even be like you just had sex and after you had sex, you say that he did what he did. They can blatantly lie and they didn't have sex with you in like over a week. In California, state of California, right now, you can have sex with a woman. She can consent, like legally, like on a paper. I forgot how they do it. I don't know if it's a paper or if it's an app. She can consent to having sex with you before you have sex. And then after the sex is over, she can repent or remove and change the acceptance to say that no, the sex was not consensual after y'all had sex. I don't know, I don't remember exactly how long the grace period is, but I know it's over an hour. So for an hour from now, I'm driving back to my fucking crib. I just smashed that ass. I'm happy as shit. I still got a smile on my face. My lips still wet. And guess what? I get in the house. I hop in the shower. I'm smiling and shit. She done already removed the consent, saying that it was not consensual after the fact that she consented to it to the point where, hey, I took a screenshot to prove that yes, you did consent to. I did not force you to consent to it. I told you consent to it before I left the house. So it was not by force that I made you do that. And send me the screenshot with the date on there. She did all of that. And still, guess what? After it's over, she changed her mind. You are going to jail in the state of California. They can do that. And I'm sure it will pass in other states not long from now. You can remove the consent you just said, yeah, you down. But that's how it be a lot of time. College girls at these schools, sometimes alcohol is involved. Sometimes it just be shame. I don't want the shame of my friends, shame of my neighborhood knowing that I'm a class slut. Sure, you've been like that since middle school. They already know. But now you about to lie on some random dude in college to make yourself feel better. Like that's not cool. Cause you don't know what can happen to him. Especially with those kind of charges. You can spend a short time in jail with those kind of charges. And the worst can happen to you in jail to the point where you don't even make it out within 6 months. All because Shorty lied. So for the real people that is really happening to, they bite their tongue because they so traumatized and they just haven't got over it. They can't face that. You lying is a spit in their face as well. Because if I say so and so did something to me, I want the whole world to stand up and have my back. Now that you come with this BS lie, now you adding a shadow to the doubt of my story. And now it don't feel like it can hold up in court as well. Or now the neighborhood got behind me for some BS. Now they not as willing to jump up behind me and have my back now, cause they know you lied earlier, you phony. You said that he did something and he didn't even do it. And we galvanized behind you. So now a real victim come up. Now they hesitant to galvanize behind her. Cause they been burnt before by this girl who lied about everybody. So yeah, on both sides of the coin is real diabolical, yo. You got some diabolical females lying on dudes, getting them jail time. And then you got some diabolical dudes, yo, doing the worst kind of stuff to females, yo. Like Gabrielle Union, before she even became famous, when she was working at a shoe store, somebody violently attacked her. Which is crazy in itself, but you know, you have these people that should go under the jail, living life free and good, smile on their face. Then you have innocent men being lied to and lied upon. This is a sick, sick world. Finding people that's real, hang to them, yo. Play them tight, yo. Anybody that's fake, fuck 'em. I don't give a fuck how close they is to you. Fuck that family tree. If that fucking family tree ain't acting like a fucking tree or acting like a family, then fuck it. A tree's supposed to stand tall, fucking through all the fucking weather. This motherfucker flimsy as a bitch. A hard gust of wind knocking that shit over. Well, guess what? You not being a fucking tree then. And if you not being no fucking tree, where the fuck is my support when I decide to branch out? No pun intended. It's not there. Where's the family structure? There is no family structure. So guess what? If your family tree is not being what the fuck they supposed to be in regards to being a family or being a tree, then fuck them. Find your own family tree. Find like-minded people, be your own family tree. You are not shackled to that family if that family is the Titanic and is pulling you down to drown. You're not tied to them if that family is living behind walls and veils of trauma, generational trauma. You don't have to be tied to that and serve that prison sentence with them. Hell no. So old or young, stand on business, speak your heart. Don't let nobody tell you shut the fuck up because when it's all said and done, if it happened to you, it's not happening to them. It's happening to you. Fuck that consent and they support and they background. Keep standing on business. You don't have to get depressed and feel like, oh, nobody believes me. It ain't for them to believe you. They're doing their job. Their job is to be skeptical. They are supposed to be skeptical. That's what they supposed to do. But you need to do your job, which is to stand on fucking business. I'm gonna keep standing on motherfucking business, no matter what. 'Cause that's what the fuck I supposed to do. I supposed to keep standing on motherfucking business. So if you, let's say you're a child, you're 9 years old. Oh, so and so did that. So and so ain't do that to you. Stop making up lies. Guess what? From 9 years old to the day you die, keep standing on business. Nah, that's what happened. Guess what? What if I'm not lying? What then? The only thing you gotta ask. What then? What if I'm not lying? Man, like J. Cole said, man, it's a cold world. Trigger warning. It's a cold world. Hey, like the other video, you had the nonprofit, uh, you had the consignment shop. Make sure my friend ain't blocking my ass. You had the nonprofit, you had the consignment shop. The nonprofit has the journals because it's starting a journaling community. You have the no, I think that's the for profit, but you also have the nonprofit that is doing mental health for the HBCUs. So if you know about an HBCU in your area, if you went to HBCU, if you graduated from HBCU, by all means, by all means, support, support, support. And make sure I put that in there. Yeah, I gotta make sure that's. Yeah, I gotta make sure that's in there. All right, there you go. Did my thing, did my thing. Yeah, see, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. All right, so it's in there now, yeah. It's in there now. So it's a trigger warning. Um, mental health, the nonprofit, the for-profit, right there. My sister that I love a lot has a consignment shop. She does events in the Baltimore area or the Baltimore and surrounding areas because she does mad events out of state a lot of times too. I don't know when exactly. They're all on the website. You can check it out. www.tightfistededfashion.com. Tightfistedfashion.com. TFF. Tight fisted. You know, you gotta add the ED to the end of it. Fashion.com. Which tight fisted fashion, Juneteenth, they both go hand in hand if you think of the logo message. So this is a prime example to support black businesses, the black dollar. That's how we get our strength back. We get our strength back with the black dollar. The black dollar circles the black community for 5.5 hours, if not 5 hours. And that is only going down and down and down. The dollar circles the Asian community 22 times. And I'm sure that probably has went up. Even though it probably didn't go up drastically, probably went up like 23.6. But it still circles the Asian $1 circles the Asian community 22 plus times. It circles our community 5.5 and lower hours. And when I say 22 times, that's a rotation, but I do believe when they saying they basically saying 22 days, it circles in this community for 22 days. That way it give you the same time frame aspect. One day is 24 hours. The black community, it circles less than 6 hours. Let's just say six. That means one day is 24 hours. It stayed in the black community a quarter of the whole day before it left. Before 8 hour shift at work, it was already out of the community. Wow, 22 plus days. So compare that 22 times 4, 88 to 1. That is an ungodly blowout. 88 to 1. We got to do better, man. So by all means, support. If you're not the Baltimore surrounding areas, or you just don't feel like supporting a consignment shop, that's not a fashion for you. You don't want to get nothing shipped to you. By all means, I'm fine with that, brother or sister. Even though that is my actual sister, I'm literally her brother. But if you don't want to do that, that's cool. That's fine. But at the very least, be selfish and tap in with the mental health and get your mental health done. If you don't want to save the world and you don't want to get mental health products for other people, please get it for yourself and heal yourself. Because the better you are in the world, the better the world will be. If the world had a better you, the world could be better. The world can't be better with somebody else. But if it had a better you, now the world can be better. So that's something to think about and to really think about and let that sink in. The world can be better with a better me. I'm playing my part to save the world. Yes, you are. You are playing your part to save the world. So please tap in with the nonprofit or the for profit. You have affirmation cards. You have the journals, which is for the journaling community. You can get the journal now and start journaling on your own, or you can just get the journal now and then just wait and let them know that hey, I'm ready. So whenever you're ready to start the journaling community, um, you have your first subscriber right here. I already subscribed. I'm ready to go. Um, I'm letting you know I'm ready. I read some literature to, to get us started so we can take this journey together. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. You want to go far with your mental health, that's what the journaling community is for. If it's just one person, you can go fast, but you don't want to go fast. It's about longevity. This is about life. You want to go far. Because if I get from point A to point Z, imagine how good my life has been and how much better it has gotten over that time period. And how much better I am from the man I started to the man I am now, or the woman I started to the woman I am now. That's what you have to think about. So by all means, uh, get a journal, join the journaling community, and by all means, that affirmation cards of affirmation, read that to yourself religiously. If you're in the mirror brushing your teeth, you can read a card while you're brushing your teeth. If you're on the toilet taking a dump, you can read a card while you're taking a dump. Whatever you're doing, if you're cooking, if the kids are eating at the table and having breakfast, they eat cereal for breakfast, by all means, you can pull it out and read it to them. You can have one of them read it out loud in the car on the way to school every day. Every day. The rice experiment. The rice experiment is you take 3 bowls of rice. One you say negative stuff to, one you say positive stuff to, and one you ignore. These 3 bowls of rice only have 2 ingredients: rice and water, regular ass water. Your body is made out of 75 to 85% of regular ass water. The same regular ass water that is vibrating through that bowl with that fucking rice. And you will see the effect saying something negative to rice and water will do to rice. That is what is happening to your body. You will see what happens when you ignore regular ass rice in a bowl of regular ass water. Then you will see how that is affecting you and your body, especially if you are in somewhere like solitary confinement, 23 and 1 all the damn time. That is breaking you down physically. We're not even getting to the mental aspect of it. RIP to Khalif Browder. We're not even talking about the mental aspect, just the physical aspect of it. It is breaking you down. However, you will see the difference when you put in negative energy into that rice and that regular ass water. And then you will see how that affects that rice. Then you know, damn, if it's affecting rice like that, then this regular ass water that's in my body, if I start saying some good shit to this regular ass water that's in my body, how much better my body will be. And in turn, my health will be, my mental clarity from all the water that's in my brain will be. That's not even alkaline water that I'm talking about. I'm talking about regular ass water. pH balance probably fucking sucks. Probably the pH balance of vinegar. But guess what? That positive energy is real. That's why I'm stating get yourself a order of the affirmation card from the for profit. Protect and enhance and increase your mental health. Your your brain is a muscle. Exercise it. You don't have to exercise it with bullshit ass trivia. That does not help. Your brain twisters does not help. Helping that by increasing your mental health and your mental clarity will do fucking wonders. But by all means, don't take my word for shit that I say. Do your own research. And by own research, do the rice experiment. Take the actual affirmation cards that you bought and read the affirmation cards to that plant. That is the only positive energy you have to give them is that affirmation card. Nothing else. And watch the reality of what you do with positive energy is coursing through your body and coursing through the water, what is the elixir of life, and see how that affects the rice and realize, damn, my body is vibrating with this same corny ass water. Let me make sure I'm putting in positive energy, affecting my body with positive energy just by reading that same affirmation card to that rice bowl. You are really reading it to yourself. So you will also see the positive energy that it got exchanged to the rice. You will also realize that, damn, if this was the rice getting, then I just got the same shit. I need to do this more often. But you know, don't take my word for shit that I say out my mouth. Please do your own research and realize that I'm not bullshitting. Oh, this motherfucker really know the fuck he talking about. He ain't fucking lying. You'll realize, oh shit, he is not lying. He does know what the fuck he's talking about. What do you know? He's right. I tried it. It worked. What did he do? Um, that's it. I'm closing out on my little trigger warning. I talked about what I needed to talk about. I gave some further details and explanations into some other stuff. I also spoke on the second trigger warning that I'll speak about, which will be child support and lying about the children, because that was the preface that I spoke about in part one. Oh, that was the preface of part one. But I'll just go right into part two later, since I already did a preface in part one. But yeah, stay safe, protect yourself, protect each other. We all we fucking got, yo. Real shit, yo. If you're a fucking racist, grow the fuck up, cuz. Real shit. If you're not a racist, the best thing you can do is not be one. That's the same thing they say about dumb motherfuckers. The best thing you can do for dumb motherfuckers is not be one of them. Same way with racists. The best thing you can do for racist motherfuckers, not be one of them. So by all means, don't do the shit. I'm gone.